Who was John Lennon? John Lennon, one of the most iconic figures in the history of popular music, had an extremely interesting personal life. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Hi, and welcome to the Beatles Wings. If you're curious about the Beatles or just want to know more, you've come to the right place. You can get real facts here because I'm a huge fan and I've read and researched all my material. So if by the end of this video you are completely satisfied, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Now let's get back to the video. John Winston Lennon was born on October 9th, 1940 in Liverpool, England. His parents were Alfred Lennon and Julia Stanley. His childhood was marked by the absence of his father, who sailed away when John was very young. His mother, Julia, unable to care for young John, sent him to live with her sister Mimi and her husband George. John's relationship with his mother Julia started to grow when he became a teen. She was a vibrant and musical influence on him, teaching him how to play the banjo and helping him learn guitar. Just as their relationship was flourishing, unfortunately, she was tragically struck and killed by a car driven by an off-duty police officer. John was just 17 years old. This had a profound effect on him throughout his life. Lennon's musical journey began in earnest during this time. In 1956, he formed his first band, the Quarrymen. Then, it turned into the Beatles. Lennon rose to international fame as a founding member, one of the most successful and influential bands in the history of music. Alongside Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, Lennon achieved unparalleled success and became a cultural icon. John Lennon was married twice. His first marriage was to Cynthia Powell in 1962, with whom he had his first son, John Charles Julian Lennon. Known as Julian, he was born on April 8, 1963. The marriage was kept a secret for some time due to the concerns from the Beatles manager about how fans would react to a Beatle being married. The couple divorced in 1968. Lennon then married Yoko Ono. After marrying Yoko Ono in 1969, the couple began spending more time in New York City. They eventually settled there in the Dakota buildings on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Lennon's move to the United States marked a significant chapter in his life, both personally and professionally. On October 9, 1975, Sean Taro Ono Lennon was born in Manhattan, New York City on his father's 35th birthday. Lennon also has a stepdaughter named Kyoko from Yoko Ono's first marriage to Tony Cox. Lennon was a prominent advocate for peace and social justice. He and Yoko staged several high-profile events to promote peace, including the famous bed-ins. Lennon's song Imagine became an anthem for peace and is widely regarded as one of his greatest contributions to music. Despite Lennon's immense success, he struggled with the pressures of fame and the complexities of his own personality. He battled with drugs and alcohol addiction throughout his life and experienced periods of depression and self-doubt. Unfortunately, John Lennon's life was tragically cut short on December 8, 1980, when he was murdered by Mark David Chapman outside his residence at the Dakota Building in New York City. Lennon's death was a profound shockwave to the world, leading to a worldwide expression of grief. Lennon's legacy endures through his music, both with the Beatles and as a solo artist. His songs continue to inspire and influence musicians, activists, and listeners around the globe. Lennon is remembered not just as a musical genius, but as a symbol for peace and a visionary who dreamed of a better world.